Look at this chart on Bitcoin. Notice anything suspicious? Oh, maybe every single all-time low and all-time high run were the same exact amount of days. I'm literally in disbelief. Look at this. 2014 to 2017, the exact day we made all-time highs was 1,064 days. Okay, whatever. Doesn't really mean much. Okay, 2017, 2018 went back to all-time lows, took 364 days. 2018 to 2021, when did we top out? The exact day, Monday the 15th, 2021 November. How many days was it? 1,064, just like the previous run. Oh, and what do you know? From that exact top back to the low, 364 days. Okay, Monday the 8th of November to Monday the 7th of November, 2022. And what do you know? This run from all-time lows to all-time highs, 1,064 days again, all the way from Monday the 7th, November 2022 to Monday the 6th, October 2025. So what does that mean? That basically means we know exactly when Bitcoin's going to bottom out. This shit, if accurate, which it should be, there's less than a 0.0000001% chance this is so random. Monday the 6th, 2025, so it'd be Monday the 5th, October 2026, which would put us around maybe 20 to 40,000. Maybe that's where we're bottom out, and then we'll buy again.
So guys, I just recently stumbled upon this fellow here who claims that he had found a pattern in Bitcoin's chart, and I decided that I had to come on here as soon as possible and share it with you all. But first, before we get into it, nothing that I'm about to say or mention in this video should be taken as financial advice. Now, this fellow here claims that he knows the exact day when Bitcoin will bottom out. Now, is this at all possible? Why am I not surprised? I say that it is definitely possible. But I am not surprised, guys. Why is that? I've been telling you all for the longest time that Bitcoin is cyclical. Have I not been telling you all this for the longest time? Yes. I've been telling you that Bitcoin is cyclical, but not only Bitcoin, all of the other cryptocurrencies as well. They're basically mathematical cycles is all they are. And so this fellow here claims that he discovered the cycle. Now, immediately I had to go ahead and try to verify it for myself. And what I found was, except for a few minor discrepancies with the all-time lows and the all-time high dates, this fellow here seems to be onto something. Because the numbers that I came out with, I actually used Google, which is not 100% reliable. I came up with 1,084 for the all-time low to the all-time high. That's the number that I came up with for that. But I honestly do believe that these minor date discrepancies can by no means steal from the fact. You see, this fellow here, he came up with the all-time low to the all-time high, 1,064, and the all-time high to the all-time low was 364 days. Now, of course, as usual, you guys are more than welcome to go ahead and try to figure it out yourselves, use whatever means you can to see what you come up with. But based off of what I've researched myself, yes, there is a pattern, and I am not at all surprised. Now, this is very, very significant, guys. It is significant for a number of reasons. The first of which is, I've noticed that from the time that this feller has posted this video, it has gone viral. And millions upon millions of people are seeing this video. And the views are increasing every single day across several social media platforms. Now, why is this significant? This is significant because whether or not this pattern is accurate, that's whether there is actually a pattern or not, that is completely irrelevant. What is going to occur as a result of this video is that these millions of people that have seen it, they're going to position themselves. Why? You can also check out the amount of likes that these videos are getting, which means that these millions of people, hundreds of thousands of people out of these millions, even millions also as well, actually believe 100% in this pattern. They actually believe that there is a pattern and it is actually correct. They're going to position themselves to get into the markets, perhaps if they're smart, before that actual date that was mentioned by this fellow here, which was October the 5th. They're going to start saving up and they're going to position themselves to get ready to jump into the markets, I'd say from around the end of September going up to October the 5th. So in a sense, it's almost like a self-fulfilling revelation because of the amount of attention and the amount of new investors that this revelation is now reaching. It's going to actually cause some type of market movements around that time, which, by the way, guys, I don't believe that's also a coincidence, because before even I saw this video, I already knew this. Everyone that has been in cryptocurrency for some time should have already known this. We know that summer is usually a bearish time. The summer months, June, July, August, they're bearish months. And we know this from historical data. Everyone that has been in crypto for some time, they should have already known this. We also know that the bullish months, they start from, we've seen it start from October already. October, November, December, and January. Other times it begins from the end of November, then December and January. But October, yes, it has proven to be more bullish, more often than not. I can only recall only one time where the end of the year, November into December was bearish. Only once, whenever it comes to Bitcoin. But more often than not, guys, the bullish months, they begin from October, November, December, and January. These are the bullish months. And the bearish months are typically always usually the summer months. You see, so June, July, August, these are very bearish months historically. Now, speaking of which, really quick, I just received a message beneath my recent video upload concerning when do I believe the prophetic meme coins are going to pump. And I'm going to answer that question in my next video, the subsequent video to this video. Yes, the subsequent video to this video, which will be my next video, which should be uploaded on Wednesday. I'm going to answer that question when I believe or when I'm expecting the prophetic meme coins to start pumping. Okay, so yeah, let's get back to it. So yeah, guys, I stumbled upon this video and I noticed that it was going viral. Millions upon millions of people are seeing it, but not only that, they're not only seeing it, they actually believe it as well. And you can tell by the amount of likes that the videos are getting. So I thought that I had to come on here and share it with you all so that you too may be the wiser, lest you be left behind, because all of these people are getting this knowledge, which I also honestly believe that this pattern is accurate. It may not be 100% accurate. He mentioned the 5th of October. Of course, we have to give or take a day or two and, leave space for error. But regardless of that, I believe that it's actually very, very accurate, because we've been in the bearish months and we're still in them. And the bearishness is going to continue throughout July, August, and the last month, usually and historically, because I've been noticing it over the years, guys, would be September. October is usually a bullish month, and except for black swans, that is, because we had a black swan one year. I think the black swan was, it was FTX, and that occurred in early November, I think. But usually, more often than not, guys, October going into December are very bullish months. So now, let's go ahead and quickly take a look at Bitcoin to see what's happening with it on the charts. Last night, which was the 30th of June, it had printed this red monthly candle right here. Let me go ahead and maximize this candle here. The first thing that I noticed with this red candle here was that it appears to be a bearish Marubozu. Am I saying that right? Hope I'm saying that correct. A bearish Marubozu candle, guys. Yes, this candle here, the Marubozu candle usually has like no upper or lower wicks. You have both bullish and bearish Marubozu candle. And they're very, very powerful, especially on the higher time frames, like where this one is at. It has been formed on the monthly time frame, guys, which makes it that much more powerful. Look at this. It almost has no upper wick and no lower wick, basically none. So it's not necessarily a textbook Marubozu. It's basically a Marubozu. It is actually a Marubozu, but it's not a perfect Marubozu. But regardless of that, it's still indicative of more bearishness that is coming, and it's very, very powerful. So it's not looking good for Bitcoin. This is a telltale sign right here, and telling us clearly that we're headed lower and that the bears are still in control, because it didn't even manage to be bought up anywhere near even as high as this red candle over here in the previous drop. So we know for sure that we're going lower. Now, why did it stay so long at this area? I've already mentioned it before. It's because of the strong levels of support that is currently at. It's very, very strong. A very, very strong level of support is at, guys, at 58. Very, very strong. It's based off of all of these candles right here. Not only that, but all of these as well. And all of these make it that much more stronger level of support. Now, whenever it breaks it, we have another level of support down here at around 48. Right here, 48, 47, right in between here, 48, 47. Now, this is what's significant. If you were to see Bitcoin breaking this level of support at 48, 47, which is based off of these candles right here, if Bitcoin drops below this level right here, trust me, it's heading down to $20,000, because below right here, below this level of support at 47, 48, below here, the only next level of support we have would be, let's see, 30, around 30,000, around 30,000. And in my opinion, it's not necessarily a strong level of support right there either. I'd say that it would definitely test out $20,000. Just like this fellow here had mentioned on his chart, on his projection that he found. If you guys noticed that, he also mentioned that 20,000 area that we are all expecting Bitcoin to bottom out at, you know, based off of prophecy as well. So his revelation is also in alignment with prophecy as well, because he mentioned that perhaps it will bottom out at 20,000, just like we all have been speaking about and have been expecting here also on this channel. So whenever you see things like that, when, you know, things are in alignment with prophecy, we can't ignore them. You see, we have to expect the unexpected, because a lot of people, they're not expecting Bitcoin to crash that low. The majority, you see, I'm telling you, the majority, even from Bitcoin was all the way up here when I've been calling for Bitcoin to crash down to 50,000 and potentially lower down to 20,000. But not only Bitcoin, also XRP, Cardano, all of these other blue chips. Trust me, I seemed like a crazy person, as if I didn't even know what I was talking about, because the majority was saying the exact opposite. And they still are right here. They're thinking that we're going to get a bounce somewhere near here, which makes more sense. It would make more sense for us to have a bounce around the 49, 50K, since we have already crashed more than 50%. It would make more sense down here, but up here, no, not so much. But still, now we're using prophecy and a little bit of TA to navigate where Bitcoin is headed, to navigate its trajectory. And according to prophecy, guys, I saw it at 35,000, which would be around down here, 35,000, and there's prophecies of it going down to 20. So we're expecting it on this channel to bottom out somewhere around the 20,000 area. That's what where we are expecting it. And if this pattern is to play out, the bottom, according to this pattern that this fellow here had found, would put it somewhere in October. Let's go ahead and say that. We're not going to mention any particular dates because we have to leave a wide space for error. So it would be somewhere around October. And usually, historically, it so happens that around that time in October is when the markets bottom out and turn and start being bullish, as a matter of fact. So guys, this is very, very important. You see, knowing this, discovering this, a potential timing for the bottom of Bitcoin. This is what the same question that I've received from many of you guys out there. And perhaps this is Yah giving it to you. Perhaps it is. And this would be very, very significant, very, very important. Why? Because it would give us understanding, you see. It would give us a clear understanding of Bitcoin's trajectory. And from the understanding will come clarity. And from clarity will come peace of mind, which is invaluable in crypto. So there you have it, guys. You know, I thought that this was very, very important for you guys to know. I had to come on here and share it with you, even though I'd planned to post a different video today, but this video couldn't wait. Because like I said, it is going viral. And I want for all of you guys to be the wiser to know that there is potentially a pattern in Bitcoin. And coming up in October, we could potentially bottom out. We could potentially have a bottom for Bitcoin, which would be very, very significant. Now, personally, I'm expecting some coins to pop off. You guys already know what coins I'm expecting to pop off, the prophetic meme coins, even before that time, before October, if that is the case. If Bitcoin is going to bottom out in October, I'm expecting the prophetic meme coins to pop off even before that time where it will bottom out. You see, so this is very important information. Now, you all do with this information what you will. You position yourselves so that you will take full advantage. Now, that is it for this video, you guys. Please take very good care of yourselves. Peace, shalom. Until next time.